World's very first AI certified agents. And Linda Moore, I'll tell you what, she is selling beautiful homes down here in the Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key, St. Pete to Lakewood Ranch area. And I can't believe this. When you had this story in here, I'm like, man, you're famous for selling a $2 million beach house on an island during a hurricane. So before we get into anything else, tell me a little bit about that story.
That's a great story. I actually was the only realtor doing an open house on 4th of July in 2009.
Yeah.
And this couple pulled in, two couples, and they came into my open house, and we connected that day, and I went to their beachfront condo and spent the entire 4th of July with them.
Yeah.
They wined me and dined me, weirdly. I watched the fireworks on the beach, and they became my clients. And 2 years later, working with them for 2 years, we found the perfect beach house. And once we found it, I closed it in 1 week, got the attorney to come to the house for the closing.
Yeah.
And we wrapped it up for almost $2 million cash in a week on a holiday weekend.
Yeah. So tell me about the hurricane. Was the hurricane like hitting around you guys, or like what was happening?
Nope. It's if you're not familiar, people here in Florida know if there's a named storm in the box, you can't get insurance on a house. And at that time, there was a named storm. We knew it was coming. So we locked it down. We got the contract and we got the insurance locked down immediately, or we couldn't have moved from the house.
That's amazing. I'll tell you what, there's not many agents that would be able to do that, especially in the type of properties that you're dealing with. And you deal with some of the nicest properties around this area. We were just checking out one of them before. So let me ask you this. How did you get into that space, into almost the luxury market down here in Sarasota area?
Well, I grew up in Michigan for most of my life. But moved to Southern California to be with my ex-husband and our daughter for a couple of years while she graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And I got a call to move to Anna Maria to take care of my mom, who'd been here for many years.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be a real estate agent. I wanted to be an architect originally, and I didn't want to go through 6 years of training. So my backup career was real estate, and I did an open house. I started working on Anna Maria Island, and I started doing open houses back then because we didn't have AI. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have a cell phone. We could take videos and any of that.
Yeah.
We had to do open houses.
Yeah.
I just was in that market and walking my dog. I sold my first one walking my dog, and their dog walking my dog.
No way.
And that sale led to a home I sold for $600,000, and then 10 years later, I sold that same house for $1.8 million.
Wow. I'm sure they were pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, right before this call, just based on the background, and I showed you just a little bit of the house, you knew exactly what kind it was right away. So like you said, you were going for an architecture background. Do you see that playing into your ability as a real estate agent?
Yes. Actually, my new slogan after almost 20 years in the business is selling beautiful homes from the beach to the ranch. I survived. I lost $1 million of real estate back in 2007. Wow. I had a health challenge at the time, and they said, well, you can either work or you can live. So I took time off, lost $1 million, 2 different properties, one of which is now worth $3 million. So lived pain of foreclosure, short sales, and all that. And it's a tough thing to do. And I've decided, with my love of architecture and my knowledge of that, now I just sold a $2.4 million new home out here in Lakewood Ranch and Star Farms.
Yeah. So
I do new construction from the beach to Lakewood Ranch and in St. Pete.
Yeah. I like how you said that, from the beach to the ranch.
And a fun story too, Nick. Last 2 years ago, we sold the house that Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski filmed their Super Bowl commercial in the backyard of the house we sold on the Vinoy Golf Course. And it was tear down for $1.5 million. So
I'm sure that was quite an experience.
Yeah. I didn't get to meet the guys. They filmed the commercial before we got the listing.
Yeah, before you got it. That's awesome. And so like you were saying, like you started in real estate before the internet and before social media. So how do you see AI coming into this space? Similar ways that it was like internet and social media affected the industry.
Well, I've had to learn some new tricks. That's why I'm here. Yeah. I'm a grandmother. Yeah. I've got three grands, and they're wonderful kids, and I adore them. And I, at some point, I do want to spend more time with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be chasing down open houses and buyers all the time. I love working with my clients, but I love my family.
Yeah.
So for me, over 70, that's all we're going to admit to here, Nick.
All it is. Yeah. I wasn't saying a day over 40, but we'll go with over 70.
Thanks to my hairdresser.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love what I do, and my clients, thankfully, that beach house that I sold, because I did that open house. This is kind of the old school lesson for agents.
Yeah.
Because I did an open house in 2009, I sold a $6 million home on the beach in 2 weeks in December this year.
Wow. Was that because of the open?
The same client, that same client, the house I sold him for $2 million back in 2009. He's been my client all these years.
Yeah.
And I have his other property listed for $5 million right now.
Wow. So as far as, like with AI, people have this almost notion that AI is going to replace the human connection. And based on like spending the week with us, how do you see it actually helping you enhance your human communication and with your clients?
Well, very few of my clients actually live here full time.
Yeah.
They're from anywhere in the world, or they move somewhere else in the world. And so I have to do technology. During the pandemic, I was one of the first agents that was selling houses, doing virtual tours and Skype or FaceTime or whatever, you name it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of clients I've never met. If the mom or dad has passed away, or grandma or grandpa, and the kids want to sell the house and they live in Minnesota or New York or whatever.
Yeah.
We sell their houses. So I have to use technology.
Yeah.
And frankly, Nick, I was terrified of AI, and I thought, lots of my friends and colleagues are worried about it, but I'm embracing it because I see it is the future.
And I think that is common. A lot of people see these things and like they see it on the news, 60 Minutes and all these places talking about the fear that surrounds AI. And what would you say about your mindset that has changed after, because you had to spend an entire week with myself and my staff to become one of the world's first AI certified agents. But what would you say your mindset has changed around it after spending the week with us?
Well, I think that spending the week with you wasn't enough time. It's great. There's so much to learn. I think that people have to be prepared that you're going to spend a lot of time on this. You dedicate some time, carve a niche out, and learn this. You're not going to learn it overnight.
Yeah.
But if you find someone like Nick Krim and the staff at Krim AI, they're great. They're wonderful to work with. They're supportive. Yeah. And then dig in, and you're going to have to designate some time to learn this technology.
Well, and I think the amount of time, if you learn it the right way, because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of information out there right now around AI. There's a lot of tools that come up that it's like, you can use this tool for this, you can use this tool for this, but then it's like, how do I apply that to real estate? How do I piece it all together? And I believe that's part of what we wanted to do for you guys is piece things together. So that way you don't have to spend as much time trying to learn it behind a computer and more time actually implementing it. So after spending the week with us, what are some of the ways that you see it saving you time?
Well, as I get a little bit better at this, again, I'm on that learning curve right now, but I used it the other day, the listing that I have, the $5 million listing at the moment, that price point, $1 million and up, the market stalled a little bit. We've got 3 listings that are $1 million and up at the moment. Yeah. Beautiful homes, great location on the water, the things that people are looking for. Yeah. But the market is stalled a little bit because of interest rates and things. So I went in the other day and I started using Chat GPT and AI to help me rewrite my copy. Yeah. And for open house posts and social media, you have forced me, Nick, sort of kicking and screaming to get back on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and some of the sites that I have been using in the past, but I haven't been using them effectively. Yeah. So I think that's going to help me reconnect with people and get Linda Moore with eXp Realty's name out there where maybe it hasn't been in the past.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And it's just, I believe it's the time efficiency of all of it too, where before it's like, all right, what do I do? What do I say? Where do I post? How do I create all that content? Because a real estate agent, you spend most of your day communicating with your clients, getting sales, actually helping people, like working with the buyers to get into the homes that you're selling. And then at the end of the day, you have to completely switch gears. Say, like, how do I market now? How do I create these things? Which can lead to either sleepless nights, which I know agents joke, oh, we don't need sleep. But if you could get sleep, wouldn't you want it? Right?
Yes.
So I think that's a big piece of this. But, Linda, I just want to wrap up with this. What does it mean to you to be one of the world's first AI certified agents?
Well, I think, Nick, before we started recording here today, we talked about I was on the second women only Habitat for Humanity build in the United States. That was back in 1995.
Yeah.
And I've actually, in many times over my career, when I was your age, Nick, I've been the first woman in lots of different careers. And I set the pregnancy policy at a station I worked at in Michigan years ago. So I've been a trailblazer, I guess, all my life, whether I wanted to be or not.
Yeah.
Been a single mom for 40 years. So I've got to put food on the table. Yeah. And in order to do that effectively and still be healthy and have a great life, I'm looking for what technology can help do that.
Yeah. Well, I think that just not even the time you get back to spend with your clients, like you said, the time you get back to spend with your family. And I know that you were saying that's a big part. You're like, you want to spend time with your family and do these things. And if technology can help you do that, put more money on the table, but also get some of your time back. I'm glad that we were able to help you in that.
Yes, Nick. And you've been really great to work with. I have to say, honestly, I'm looking forward to talking to Chad a little bit later today.
Oh, awesome.
Getting Grandma Linda up to speed on this technology.
Well, guys, if you guys are in the Anna Marie, Longboat Key, St. Pete to Lakewood Ranch area, make sure you reach out to Linda. She was one of the first AI certified agents in the world that can help you market your property more, get in front of people, and help you sell your home for more money faster as an AI certified agent. And on top of that, too, if you guys are an agent in the area, too, and you want to learn more about what it means to have an AI-powered business, reach out to Linda. I'm sure she'll be happy to help you guys. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with us here today and informing the world about your AI certification.